Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Funko Illuminati. So today we got Claire, we got LBD, and I see we got Umpty in the chat, Laura, and well, more will come out as the day as it goes on. So how are you guys doing?
I'm great. I'm good. Hi, Laura. Hi, Umpty.
Yeah, I spent the better part of last night putting this damn chair together.
I just woke up from a nap, so I feel okay.
Was it difficult, Sean?
I made it difficult, actually, to be honest with you. There is because this chair has a lever, so I can pull it back and I can pull it forward. And there's covers for those little brackets, and then there's a screw that goes into the bracket. Well, for some reason, I thought there was a screw hole in the actual chair part here on the one side, but there wasn't one on the other. And I thought that was causing me the issue. So what I did was I literally put it all together, realized I couldn't, and then I took it apart because I thought I did something wrong, and then put it back together.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Clarissa. Hi, Laura.
Hey Lisa, Clarissa. So yeah, it should have only taken me a half an hour, but I took an hour because I was paranoid.
Yeah. I guess things are made easier nowadays compared to back in your day.
Well, it also helps the fact that the arms aren't attached to the base of the chair or the back, because they can move out or up or any other direction that I want them to. But I'm happy just the way they are right now.
Yeah, we get it. You're happy in your evil man chair. We understand.
There's nothing evil about Vaultec. They're just out to help the world through one horrific experiment at a time. But it is really, really damn comfortable, and I like the fact that I can rock in it.
Aw, practicing for your senior years.
You laugh, but my mother had an old style rocking chair in the house, and I would always sit in that thing and watch TV. I would never sit on the couch. And she's like, "Why do you do that?" I said, "There's something comforting about this."
I love rocking chair. I'm looking for your thumbnail in here somewhere so I could post it on Instagram that we're live. But of course, I got like 3 million pictures. Every time I'm gonna go look for one, I should make a folder just for YouTube.
That's what I do.
Here it is. God knows that I'm not that organized.
It's better to do the YouTube folder than if it's by person. Literally, just have it by person.
So I was going to bring this up. Shared screen. And there we go. So Allison. So it looks like they've jumped the shark, so to speak, with the new Alice in Wonderland. All 4 of these are going to be Funko Shop exclusives.
Can you imagine the bloodbath?
No. The bloodbath is fine. The bloodbath I can deal with, because I'm not in the room when the person can't get what they want and they start throwing a complete and utter hissy fit, ready to flip a desk, right? But it's the saltiness after the bloodbath that you hear about. People going to Instagram, Facebook, skywriting, shaving it on their favorite pet. How upset they are that for some reason they didn't get the Mad Hatter, and now they got to go to Flippers, and Flippers are destroying the community. And
never mind the Cheshire cat, because that'll go like.
Well, let's be honest. If anything was to be Blacklight, it would have to be the Cheshire Cat, because that would look great. And hello, Mitch. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, I don't exist. But I don't know. So that is going to be a hot mess.
Wait, isn't there also a Cheshire soda too?
Oh,
yes.
We'll get to that.
No.
In a second.
Oh, okay.
There's the posters. Now, I'll be honest with you. I really want Alice.
It looks nice.
Now?
No. Hear me out. If you've ever read Lewis Carroll's books, Alice in Wonderland is not child friendly, not by any stretch of the imagination. Alice,
none of those stories are technically child friendly in the
hey,
beginning.
Corey. No, you're absolutely right. None of them are, but I'm just saying, the Alice video game is probably more apropos than the Disneyized version of what Alice is supposed to be. Then yes, then we got the sodas. The sodas. Now I'll admit the soda cans look cool.
Yeah, they do.
They look really cool. I mean, even if you don't get a chase, I'm not big on the chases because all the chases are just inverted colors.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest.
So that doesn't catch my eye.
But they're also Funko Shop. Look at that.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is Funko Shop. There's the treasure cat. Now the treasure cat, I mean, again, inverted colors. So it doesn't really do it for me at the end of the day. I mean, if that's your thing and that's what you want, great. But yeah. And I think they didn't. Oh yeah, they're supposed to, I think there's no. It was just the posters. That's right.
They also announced more Marvel ones, especially the Poppin' T. The Poppin' T. Eddie Brock.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, that is cool. That I'll like.
Well, because the Carnage was really good, nice. So I'm curious to know what that Poppin', and it's probably going to be Funko Shop to watch.
Because we were in here last.
That Carnage is like the old Carnage, the one that the Funko Shop exclusive. That thing is up to like $85, $90.
Yeah, I'm pissed I only grabbed one because I was at a FOMO. I was like, you know what? I'm one and I'm out. I'm good.
Hey, Caitlin.
I was just trying to get myself one,
Well, here's something else too, because we were in here last week. We didn't talk about also Funko WonderCon. Now, I'll be honest with you, and I know LBD, we talked about it briefly.
Yeah.
Aside from the GameStop Atom, which will be EB Games here, nothing interests me.
Yeah. I like see, I'm not too crazy on the character of the Atom, but the concept that they did for that pop, which is where he's tiny and he's giant at the same time, that's actually really cool because I think that's what they're going to do with the new Avatar pop too.
Well, I like the fact that if you look at the plastic, like the rings, the make him look like he is an atom. So
yeah,
it looks cool.
Well, think about this. That's similar to what the Avatar would look like as well. Because you think about it, his when he is in Avatar state, he has stones, water, air, and fire surrounding him.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be similar to that, except for more things instead of just the two.
I knew if you're a soda collector, man. I mean,
well, yeah.
Yeah, but I really just want the Rocketeer. The Rocketeer is like my favorite, and I mean, I wouldn't mind having all the others, but the Rocketeer is like the one.
You want to hear something funny? Up until this whole pandemic, I had never seen the movie. It wasn't until like maybe about a year ago that I was like, you know what? There's like a whole list of movies. I went through a list of movies I wanted to see, but I never got around to, and just sat down and started watching them. But yeah, the Rocketeer is okay, and that Target trooper, man, is just lazy.
Yeah, that's.
Well, watch. People are still gonna want it. It's gonna be a thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's.
Well, look at the last trooper that they came out with, that 10-inch. That to me, that 10-inch pop was like, okay, let's take away the whole design of the original, Futura trooper. Let's slap one signal on it and call it a day. Make it a 10-inch. That's it.
Yeah, it was. I believe that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. See,
I don't know. I don't even know what the value of it is, but it's. Yes, Caitlin. The Rocketeer is originally the Rocketeer was from a 1930s serial comic that used to be in newspapers. And then Disney bought the rights in the early 90s to make a movie of it. And so there we are.
Yeah. I've actually seen that movie.
No, Bori, I have not gotten my March box, but keep in mind, they don't ship to Canada, so I have to ship it to my P.O. box.
Have they taken the money out for that already? I haven't even noticed.
No, that's the great thing about Amazon. They will only take the money out literally the day that it leaves the warehouse.
Yeah.
not a minute sooner, which is nice because there are a few small mom and pops places that I supported for buying chase bundles and whole sets, and I'm still waiting. Imperial Batman is an example. I got my metallic Imperial Batman before I actually got the originals.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm still waiting for one chase bundle, but it was the only place I could find it. So, like you said, a mom and pop shop. So we'll see.
yeah.
It is what it is.
I also picked this up, the Justice League Dark Side.
Which took a long time to sell out.
Hey Lee. Hey Christina. Yeah, well, I like here's the thing I've noticed. They're throwing the stuff up on the shop and then announcing it about a half an hour later when they send out the emails to everybody.
Yeah. And sometimes you can't even find it by searching Funko Shop exclusives. So I don't even know where these links come. Well, I have an idea where where the links that go out that people throw out sometimes.
Well, I can tell you this much. I have a program on my computer right now where I can tell it to monitor a page for changes, and as soon as the change comes up, it'll email me that change.
Okay.
And
That's what I'm thinking.
it's not a bot program. You can get it from Google Chrome extensions. It's available in their store. It basically all it does is just monitor the page. So if you have like six, let's say for instance, you have 6 items, and suddenly a 7th item shows up, it will email me that. Hey, Funko Asylum, welcome.
Hi, Chris. How are you? Hi, Caitlyn. Christina. Sorry, saying hi to everybody. I know I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, cool. But no. What else was there? Oh yes, and
The Deadpool box that you just passed. The spoilers.
yeah, I'm not going to click on that because I know there are some people that
Don't like seeing it.
yeah. I mean, I'll say this much: I've never been more excited for a T-shirt and pin than I have compared to the pops. It's usually the other way around.
I'm surprised they didn't. Oh, there's the Flash.
Yep.
Today.
Pick that up.
Yeah, I did too because I got the Godspeed and one of them came damaged. Oddly enough, GameStop is sending me a replacement without me having to send it back.
How badly damaged is it?
It's the okay, you know the lightning bolt on the side
Yeah.
on the picture. It's folded.
Oh. Well, because I'm trying to get a Godspeed and I don't think I can. Hold on to that. I'll work something out with you on it because honestly, at this point, just to let you guys know, because I realize that everyone's that's in the room right now is American. We went into a
lockdown.
We went into a city lockdown a week ago. Now they're doing a provincial lockdown, but they're increasing it. It's basically they are shutting down every what they consider non-essential business. They are also making sure that big box retailers are not closing aisles that have non-essential items in it. So, for instance, if you wanted that brand new CD from your favorite artist, go to Spotify because you're not going to be allowed to go into that aisle.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're basically tightening the grip on everything. So that clearly places like Hot Topic and GameStop aren't options. So
Yeah, because over here, I know GameStop stood open for a little while when they did that whole essential thing. It stood open for like maybe a couple more days because they were determining whether they were considered essential still. They hadn't decided. It hadn't been decided and then like 2-3 days later, it shut down.
yep.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All I know is I'm like, why is it every day so far since I've started these 10-hour shifts, the first day of my day off, it's usually some major bomb of bad news.
It's all your fault.
It's like, hi, you got 3 days off. We're going to ruin it for you. How can we do this? I know. He's got a fistful of money. Let's close all the stores. It's like, Jesus Christ. Who said collectibles are not essential? You know what? To be honest with you, Rory, I don't have a picture of it, but a friend of mine, Neil, sent it. Actually, hold on. I can look for it while we're talking. So everyone, I don't play Pokemon. I still play the card game online, but I'm not a huge Pokemon fanatic. My friend, he collects Hot Wheel cars. Does He likes all sorts of them, and he's helped me find a lot of my stuff. And his goal right now is to find something that I don't have. So he sends me pictures periodically of places where he's at and said, "Hey, do you got these? Do you got this?" And it's like, no. Well, the one day he sent me a picture.
That sounds like me and Mitch all the time.
Well, he sent me a picture of himself at a Walmart just passing through before he started work, and literally the entire aisle was crammed with a bunch of...
Hold on, my screen is frozen. I gotta restart.
Okay. Anyways, crammed with a bunch of guys who clearly, look like they didn't belong in the toy aisle, waiting for the new Pokemon. Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hello. Looking for the newest Pokemon. Oh shit. Those big box, those league ones that everyone wants.
Oh,
Here it is. Here, I got the picture. Close that so that way he can remain anonymous. Share. Here it is.
oh yeah, I remember you sending this picture.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said there was about at least 12 people there.
Yeah,
And when he talked to one of the employees asking what the hell was going on, because he had no clue, he's like, they've been here since 8 o'clock. And he sent me that picture just after lunch that day.
What were they waiting for? Pokemon?
Yeah,
people
the
do that.
Pokemon Elite Champion box, something rather.
Yeah.
And they were literally camping there. My favorite is still the guy in the front with the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were showing. I'm like, okay.
No, all these guys were literally just camping in the aisle.
Yep.
Hey, Chapman, what's up? And for some reason, my damn camera is just being a pain in the butt today.
It was giving you trouble earlier too.
No, it's the fact that I have a bypass battery in this thing, and the bypass battery is it's a knockoff. Which now that I have a little more funds in my pocket, I might just actually go and buy the proper one from Canon, which will cost me a small arm and a leg, but at least it'll be working properly.
Yeah.
You're better off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so that picture there is basically just oh god, I don't know. Is there a timestamp on this thing? No, I'm not gonna worry about it. So yeah, he elite trainers waiting to get their badges.
Oh, by the way, if anybody does like anime, I believe the Zobi anime box dropped today, and there's a sign popped in it. And I don't know if there's any other animes from that have pops, but I know that My Hero's in it, and if the other animes don't have pops, that's more than likely the one that's going to be in there.
Actually, I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Yes, $40. That's reasonable. Hold on. I'm gonna...
Plus, I think you can use like 30 people's codes to get 10% off of those as well. I believe Luau has one, Franchise Kicks, and Applesauce has one as well.
Here we are, Zobi's anime mystery box. We got Mob Psycho, My Hero Academia, Fruit Basket.
Yeah, and I don't think those other two have a pop. So, and there's no T-shirt.
Actually, Fruit Basket does. They got 3 pops, I believe.
Ooh, so yeah, that might be it. Who knows?
And I'll be honest with you, they're not the best they're not the best pops in the world.
Yeah, well, I took a shot. At least there's no T-shirt, so
maybe it's a Fruit Basket T-shirt.
I don't need any more. No, there's no T-shirt because they don't ask for a size.
Okay.
So I'm happy about that. Whatever it is, it's we'll see. Zoldy's pretty good when it comes to their stuff.
Yeah. Here we are. Oh, of course. Why is it when I click on the one I want, it doesn't show? I swear, man. Yeah, see, there we are. Hot Topic, Funimation, and a special.
So honestly, I don't think it's gonna be any of those because at least from what I've seen, they have never used an exclusive.
Well, there's also 4 commons as well,
Okay,
which are these.
okay. So then it might be the girl. I'm gonna take a guess, and it's gonna be the girl.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah, if because you have My Hero Academia, and then I went, oh wait, no, Fruit Basket's got. No, I'm good.
Are they new? Are they like? I don't think because I remember seeing those before.
They are out, I believe.
Okay, that's probably why. It's a big possibility. Well, it's a shot in the dark, and at the end of the day, like I said, Zobi's pretty good no matter what box you get, as long as you're going into your fandom.
Yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, I will say I have one. I took a stab at a mystery box autographed, and now I have an autograph pop that I like the actor. The actor's funny. He was good in what do you call it, Beverly Hills Cop. But I have the Judge Reinhardt one, but it's not one that I be like, oh wow, great, and it's Fast Time at Ridgemont High, so it's not even a movie I particularly am fond of. I mean,
Yeah. Well, like I said, if I don't like the sign pop, it can always go up for sale easily. It's not a big deal,
true.
and it'll probably be worth what I paid for the box.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I'm going to be buying next is I'm going to take a stab at to finish off my Fallout collection.
Oh yeah, the Freddy Vault Boy.
Yep, and then I say this, knock on wood. Hopefully that will be it.
How about you, Claire? Anything coming up that you're looking forward to?
No, not really. I am
Underwhelmed with what's coming out?
yeah, sort of, kind of. I mean, the WonderCon is not that. Like I said, I just want the Rocketeer soda, maybe, and the other sodas if I get them. If I win it,
Yeah,
really doesn't matter if I do or not. I'd probably it'll help other people if I do. But nothing that's coming down the pike really. Did you guys get the Godzilla that came out? Was it
I
Godzilla? Yeah,
did. I did. I only wanted one of each, and I didn't know they were gonna have a glow of the mech one. So I'm happy I got that one. And I Mitch had sent me the common one, which was the metallic. I thought the metallic was gonna be an exclusive, but it wasn't. So I ended up canceling my common and getting the Funko Shop one. And I have the glow FYE Godzilla and the flocked Kong.
Okay.
yeah.
I picked that one up. I just happened to be able to pick it up, and I'll probably honestly flip it for some
Honestly, I
cash.
think
If you notice, the boxes are gone. I'm in the process of selling a lot of my pops, and I opened a lot of stuff up, and I'm in the process of maybe even trying to figure out whether I'm going to continue with this or not. So, so I opened up all my pops, and I have no content right now.
Oh.
I mean, I have like 2 mystery boxes that I can open for like Friday and stuff, and then I'll decide from there what I'm gonna do.
Well, I got
Heard it here first.
Yeah.
Well, I got some boxes I'm gonna film later, but yeah, I didn't do anything last week. I have a bunch. Well, I'm officially out of stuff in the can, so.
Yeah, I filmed something last week, but I was like, yeah, I was kind of really underwhelmed with what it was. I was like, yeah, I wasn't too excited on it, so I was like, I don't think I'm gonna put that out. Plus, something came out on the audio that was really annoying. So I was like, you know what? I don't feel like editing this audio editing an audio of a video that I didn't enjoy. So I was like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I just won't put it out. It's one of those things.
Damn it! One of those boxes that I opened today. Oh, what happened?
No,
it was the this guy was in there. It's like, how long has he been sitting there?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ! So he's on Whatnot already. I've been putting a lot of pops on Whatnot. I've sold a lot of them too.
Did you have a chance to enjoy those chocolate bars at least?
Your box is right here. It's gonna
Oh.
be my video for Friday. Your box is right here next to me. I'm gonna open that up, and I have like 2 or 3 boxes right here next to me that I'm
My
opening.
place that I buy them from, he's completely out. Are you getting more? He's like, I don't know. I was like, so, because I have a box set up for Nancy and Cisco that I need to repack because I got to put the chocolate bars in there. But after that, that is it. My connection, because I'm not. Here's the thing: I get them for 87 cents per bar, which is dirt cheap for the size of the chocolate bar that it is. For me to go elsewhere, the average cost of a chocolate bar in Canada is like anywhere between $1.50 to almost $1.85.
Wow.
Man, that's what the guy offering you to sell you the case in total.
Well, yeah. That's why I was like, well, don't forget, convenience stores, you don't pay for the food, you pay for the convenience.
Yeah. So, Claire, I was gonna ask you. So, are you just putting everything up on a whatnot, or are you looking to trade some of your bigger things that you want to get rid of?
I'm currently looking for someone probably to buy the entire collection. And I am going to keep some of my stuff, like the Wizard of Oz and my grails. I'll probably keep those, and just sell whatever else is here,
Yeah.
So I'll be in the process probably next week of I don't know. I'm still undecisive about the chumps. So I don't know. Slowly, but I don't want to do things either, on the trip that I'm in right now, because then later I might regret it. So I just want to take my time and think things through. I'm like 50 subs away from 2,000.
Well, my recommendation is I'd hang on to the chomps because those are the harder things to get back in the long run.
Sasha. Yeah, those are, they are, some of them are really hard. Like that dark forest chump, everybody wants it and you can't find it anywhere.
That's
Nowhere.
crazy. I'll be honest with you, I don't really care for any of the chomps, but but that lava chomp, man, that thing caught my attention, and I thought about buying it, and by the time I decided to buy it, it was gone. What?
Yeah, the lava one is pretty sought after also. But they all go for a pretty penny. They all really do. So
No, that is true.
I'll take your anime collection. He's joking, right? Because the last thing I have is an anime collection. I mean, I have a few, but
what do you want to say?
Let me know about the chumps if you decide. I will, chap. I'll keep you in mind.
Leah wants to say something that happened yesterday. What happened yesterday?
So yesterday there was a fire in the dumpsters.
Yeah, we had a fire at our dumpsters over here where we go throw out all the garbage.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how it started.
And
An actual dumpster fire. Go figure.
Yeah.
And the boys were saying, there's a fire in the dumpsters.
Yeah. Somebody must have thrown something they weren't supposed to throw out or something, because
I mean, what could possibly a lit cigarette, or somebody threw out a lit cigarette, or something that burnt and wasn't completely out and it still had embers inside. I mean, like seriously.
And there was something popping in there.
I think, honestly, in my opinion, it had to be a guy. I think it's one of the guys who always has his motorcycle over there, and he has like his little, like his own little section where he has like a little tent where he works on his bike.
Could be.
And it's right by the dumpster, so I'm like,
Yeah, but he's working on his bike. I mean, what possibly could he be using that'll cause fire unless he was soldering something?
Well, I know certain solvents mixed with like certain base metals will actually cause a fire.
Hmm.
So if you're using like the greatest example would be something like I don't know what the key chemicals are in Drano, but Drano mixed with aluminum will actually cause an exothermic reaction.
Hmm.
Science. Of course. Speaking of,
Of course.
damn.
There you go. Science. How about technology, buddy?
Yeah. You know what's funny? It will be fine for days, and then all of a sudden, like a child, it will act up.
Go. Now you got some moolah. Go get the right stuff.
Yeah. Well, it won't have any moolah
It'll
until
go with that beautiful chair.
uh, you have. And the funny part is that the old chair is where my where my work computer is, because my mom's like, "So what are you gonna do?" I said, "I'm just gonna keep the other chair, but I'm gonna like maybe get an extra padding or something for it because I'm not gonna be taking this chair and picking it up because this chair is heavy." Okay, just to give you guys an idea, the box that it came in is 72 pounds. I carried that thing up 2.5 flights, and by carry I mean I rolled it up the stairs.
Yeah, I figured, man.
Yeah, well, there's no way hell I could pick up 72 pounds and run up 3.5 flights of stairs, because the next this live stream probably would have been happening from the comfort of a hospital bed while they explain how to put my spine back together. But yeah, so they got this thing up here, put it together. So I have no intentions of picking this damn chair up.
Doesn't it have wheels?
It's got wheels, but you see, behind me where the Star Wars stuff is, there's the couch here, and then there's the wall there, and then there's that shelf. So there's a bit of a bottleneck, which for an average person walking through, like I have no problem walking through it. I can walk back and forth, but the wheelbase is bigger than the bottleneck.
Okay.
So unless I get rid of the shelf and get rid of the, I won't be able to squeeze it through there.
Gotcha.
And besides, I spend a good portion between here and the office, so to speak. What I really need is I need a second room in this house. And not for Funko Pops, just so that way I can actually have my work. I can cloister myself away when I'm working.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Working from home.
Helps. Yeah, it helps to have a little bit of variety, so to speak.
Yeah, well, now it's warmer. I've been going out for walks after work. I usually take a walk for about a half an hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah, I've been out the last 2 days. I've been out. Yesterday, I sat in the park with 3 of my dogs for about 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
I left the 2 sick ones home. Well, not 2 sick ones. 1 sick one and the older one. I just went with the pups. And then today it was like, no, it's just my turn. I'm out. So I got in the car and just drove all the way upstate to like Westchester County, and then just turned around and came right back and just listening to music, had the windows down.
Nice.
Just chilling.
I had a beautiful, relaxing day of going to downtown central Hamilton to the bank and waiting to see a teller while some guy couldn't understand the merits of so apparently he wanted $100, but he had no money in his bank account. And he said he had a credit card for that bank, but every card he pulled out was not the proper credit card. And he did this for 10 minutes.
Oh God.
And I kind of might have lost my patience because I said, "Sir," he's like, "What?" I said, "This is TD Bank." And I pulled up my TD credit card. I said, "Your credit card will look like this, like the rest of the building, green." So if you can't focus on the name, focus on the color. I didn't say that part, but I was sitting there going, Jesus Christ, how many fucking credit cards do you have that you have to sit there and go, "Oh, not that one, not that one."
And what if he was colorblind?
No, he was not colorblind because he went, "Oh yeah, this is red. This is what," because she even brought it afterwards, the color. She's like, "Yeah, it would be a green card with gold plating." And the funny thing was, he looked like somebody who wouldn't have credit cards.
I went to the post office today and it was insane, the line.
Oh,
and then this woman comes, right? And she just walks right up to the window. And I'm like, excuse me, there's a line. And she says, oh, I just have to ask a question. So then when you're picking up a package, if you don't have a slip, you have to go back to this kiosk and put in the tracking number, and then bring the slip over to the window, because God forbid they should click in the numbers themselves and look it up. So then she goes and she gets the ticket, and then she walks right back up to the window again. So I'm looking at everybody like, hello. So I said, excuse me, ma'am, there is a line here, that you have to wait on. Oh, I'm not waiting online. I'm old. I said, excuse me? And mind you, she's like 50 years old. She's like, yeah, I'm old. I'm not going to wait online. He told me to go get a ticket and to come right back. He says, because he probably thought you waited online, but you haven't waited online. So you really need to get on the line. And she's like, but why should I? I said, because we're waiting here. I've been standing here for 30 minutes. You're just going to walk in. And so then the guy, the customer he was taking care of leaves, and he goes next. And she's going towards the window. And I said, excuse me, you need to make a line. And the guy looks at me and he goes, did you make the line? To her. And she says, no. And he goes, well, you just can't skip everybody. You have to make the line. She goes, but I'm old. Why should I have to stand on that line? So he looks over and he goes, well, there's plenty of old people on that line. What makes what makes you special about it? And so she got like really pissed off, and she comes up to me and she gets in my face practically, and she goes, you couldn't keep your mouth shut, right? And I said, listen, I'm not having a good week. I said, so I suggest you get out my face before you're old and bruised. So just get out my face and keep it moving. Go to the back of the line. Oh my gosh, she ranted and raved. Like I left and she was still spitting fire over there.
See, the worst part, I could get angry at somebody like that after it's been resolved and she's at the back of the line. I'd be laughing my ass off going, there's a difference between being caught and being humble, and then being caught and like doubling down.
But the thing is that she came to me. I mean, she could have just kept walking, and she came and you couldn't keep your mouth shut, could you? I was like, oh, because I guess she's done it before, and most of the people in this community are Hispanic and they don't know a word of English, so they see that she's like, she looked like she was, either Jewish or white. And they probably are afraid to say anything, but I'm not afraid to say something. I was like, excuse me.
Well, that's what I mean by doubling down. Like when I used to work at my other job, and I said that, and I learned this early. I think it was my first year working there. Okay, so here in Canada, I've mentioned, I'm sure everyone knows, I'm Native, and this is way before I even had a status card. There is a store here in Hamilton, which reminds me one of these days I need to go in and make a purchase. Someone brought a status card in, and he basically said these savages, and I was like, pardon me? He's like, these savages come into my store and they use their status cards and I'm not making any money. And I went, okay, first of all, and I explained who I was and what I am, and you would think at that point he would stop, right? He'd either stop the word or move on to whatever the problem was. No, he doubled down. He did exactly like your lady did. It was like, and I'm sitting there, my boss is like 2 seats down from me. Went, hey Nora, yeah, I need you to listen to this. So she taps into my line. She's listening. She goes, what is this problem? I said, somebody brought a status card in and he didn't want to use it. And she's like, really? I said, yeah, on the sales machine, all he has to do is push other HST exemption. 2 buttons. And he's refusing. She's like, but yeah, somebody gets caught doing something. There's 2 ways they can go. They can be humble or they can double down.
No, forget if you're a liar. Those people love to double down every time.
Oh yeah. But it's funny. But I laugh when people do that, when they double down, because it's like, do you think getting twice as loud is going to make you twice as innocent? No, you're just drawing attention to your stupidity. I've been caught doing dumb things, and I realized now I don't. When I was younger, I doubled down. Now as older, it's like, yeah, I did something stupid. I'm just gonna be quiet and
Yeah, that woman just lucked out that I'm in a post office, and tends to be sort of kind of federal ground. So she's just lucky, because anywhere else I probably would have lost my cool really bad, because
See,
it was just the abuse of her, her
Hey, Golden.
her just thinking that just because she's old or this or she's that she could just go in front of 15, 20 people that are waiting in line and have been waiting in line for quite a while.
I would have loved that conversation. It's like, you're old, I'm crippled. We can have this conversation right now.
Yeah.
See, I'm more of a smart ass. I when someone says something like that, I go, "Oh, I'm Sean. That's a very odd name, but nice to meet you, old."
I could draw. Hey, happy birthday, Rob. Today's Rob's birthday.
Oh yes,
Well,
it's
I'm
a
so
birthday, man.
concentrated on Friday's live, and I thought, okay, that's his birthday. It's like,
yeah.
but
So,
it's actually today.
yeah, it's his sweet 16, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's 16 years old today.
I guess someone will have to talk with him. LBD, you do it.
I already have to do my own talk. Leave me alone.
Maybe you can do
Oh,
both.
one
at the same
more.
time.
What the hell? Use that one as practice. That'll be the practice talk. Rob, are you driving? Because you're texting. Are you driving? If you are driving, we like to keep you another year so you could listen, but you cannot respond.
Keep
Because
the
this is the
fingers
time that he would
away.
be on the
What do you
phone
mean?
with me.
Rob will be fine. He won't join the 27
you
club
know,
at least for
yeah,
another
no,
11
not
years.
while he's driving.
His next message will have a lot of extra letters in it, and then we won't hear from him for a while.
Well, he's giving us the cardinal. Watch your mouth, man.
Yeah, see, he's driving home. I know his schedule. Shit.
It's funny. I miss the days of actually going. I know it sounds weird, but I miss the days of going into an office.
Oh, hell no. I don't miss that at all. Shit. No, that's one of the things in my life that I adapted to so quickly, was not working.
Well, it's no. I just enjoy. I don't know. I think the problem is too is now that there's nothing in the house, I'm missing.
Some kind of interaction.
Yeah, interaction or noise, because honestly, I'm listening to a morning radio station to two guys that in the beginning, when they started a year ago, I couldn't stand them. I couldn't stand their jokes. I couldn't stand their.
And now they've grown on you, right?
Yeah, no, that was like the highlight of my morning. The one day I'm sitting there and I'm drinking my coffee and I'm going, so this is what prison's like. You don't like the food in the beginning. You don't like the people in the beginning. You can't stand the regiment. The beds are horrible. And by the end of 6 months, you're like,
it's not so bad.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this, Thank you, Golden.
Bye, Caitlyn. Take care, sweetie.
Later.
But yeah, it's just I was thinking about the other day. It's like things that I didn't like or things that would annoy me, I'm now starting to enjoy. And it's like, no, I can't. And the worst part is I'll listen to them still just because they're local. So I get a rough idea of what's happening in the city.
Mm.
And and the funny part is I can't wait until I get that's the other thing. I got my shot last week for the COVID. I got the Pfizer. So and I can tell anybody who does eventually decide to get it, and I will tell you the night of, my arm was killing me, and I didn't even realize how much it was hurting until I went to go roll over on my side.
My aunt is harassing the whole family about that. Basically, she's like, "You want to go today? You want to go tomorrow?" Like she can get it in pretty much or whatever. I'm like, I'm good.
I'm not going to go into the details of the conversation, but there was 3 nurses in a room. I'm sitting in the back corner, and this lady comes in with this elderly person in a walker, and she says, basically, she tries to, when some people have a conversation and they have a conversation with you and they want something, but they don't directly say it, so they hint and imply, and they do all the little tidbits, and hopefully you'll connect the dots and give them what they want.
Yeah.
That's what this lady was doing with her mother, with the nurse. It's like, yeah, oh, that's great that you guys are doing this for my mom. You know, I'm a healthcare worker. And finally the worker just called her on her bullshit and said, I can't give you a shot today if that's what you're asking. It's like, it was just the funniest thing. I'm sitting there going, I'm not even actively listening to the conversation. I'm just getting bits and pieces of it. And I'm going, even I know what you were hinting at. Like, seriously.
Yeah. What I call people who think they're slicker than they are.
No, this girl was about as slick as broken glass. Nothing but a bloody mess the entire time. But you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, well, more papers. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate needles too, Laura. I can't stand needles.
You know what? Out of all, okay,
But that's
so
it, Clarissa. Really, I'm sorry. That's like so neither here or there. I've told the story before. A family all vaccinated had this big hoopla for the grandmother who was turning 100 years old, and the family all got together and had this huge barbecue with the pig, on rotisserie pig in the backyard, the whole nine,
Yeah.
and all vaccinated. And the grandmother refused to take her mask off, even though she was vaccinated. She was like, "I'm not taking my mask off. There's too many people here," and she didn't. And God bless her for not having taken it off, because 3 weeks later, out of the 25 or so people that were there, I believe 16 to 17 people ended up positive for COVID.
Wow.
And a few of them were hospitalized because it was that bad. So, it okay, so they were all vaccinated, fully vaccinated, not waiting for a shot or in between, or fully vaccinated. And there was another case that I read in Michigan, where 256 people that were fully vaccinated, or out of 300 people, 256 came out. They got infected with COVID, and out of those 256, 3 died. Again, like, okay, so tell me again why I should get vaccinated.
well, I look at it this way. I will not harp on who or should or shouldn't get it. My thoughts at the end of the day are it's a personal decision.
Oh no, absolutely, it
That's
is.
what it boils down to. And this is
Looks like
just
Golden's afraid of needles. I find it funny when people are afraid of needles because I know people who are tattooed. Like my lady friend, she's tattooed. Most people have seen that already, and she is like scared of needles. Like she hates getting shots. I'm like,
So how does
you just,
somebody who's afraid of needles get tattooed? I don't understand that. I'm
it,
afraid of
that's what
needles,
I
and I
said.
wouldn't even think of getting a tattoo.
That's what I told her. I was like, so you love getting tattoos, but you hate needles. I don't get it.
you know what the funny part was? Because I spent prior to my surgery 2 years ago, I spent at least a year and a half of getting stuck with needles for blood taken. So I'm used to how much it hurts to have an IV put in and all that other stuff, right? So I wasn't expecting. So when this woman, when this nurse comes in, well, when I went in and she's like getting me prepped and everything, I'm like, okay, I'm just. Do you want me to count down to 3, or do you want me just to do it? It's like, just do it. And she's like, okay, yeah, all right. And we're talking, and then she goes, there, we're done. I'm like, what? Didn't even feel it. Didn't even. I mean, I was in and out. I was fine. The only thing I will honestly say I didn't care for, and it was kind of a pain in the backside, is you have to wait 15 minutes after the shot to make sure you don't have any adverse effects. And it was just, and because there was more and more people coming in, it was like, just, I'm fine. I'm like 10 minutes in and I'm going, I'm fine. Can I get out of here like 5 minutes early? No, you have to be here for the whole 15 minutes. Okay. It was just so, that I will say that is the only downside I had, is I just wanted to get out of there. because I'm not a fan of sitting in hospitals. I'd rather I want out. I want out. Well, I'm sure all of us at some point in our lives have been in hospitals, and let's be honest, I'm at that point that I've been in a hospital long enough that I have no want or desire to be spending any more time than I need to.
I hate. Recently, when I went to the hospital, when I woke up, man, my throat was killing me. It's still bothering me a little bit right now.
Yeah,
I've never been in a hospital. I've never had stitches. I've never had surgery. I've never really broken anything completely. I fractured a wrist a few years back. I've fractured a couple of ribs in the service. I fell off a tactical course, but other than that,
well, you're blessed. Then, because
I'm always looking for the sixes behind my head.
I was gonna say because I've broken my wrist twice, torn the ligament in my thumb, stepped on a nail, went through my foot. I've had stitches on my brow in 3 places. And I've had surgeries. And you know what? To be very honest with you,
I've had 2 surgeries in my life, and I've never broken a bone besides my skull.
well, that will qualify LBD.
Yeah, that would
Well,
definitely.
what I'm talking about, it took a car to crush me basically for that to happen, and I was 6 years old.
No,
So,
I get it, dude. But regardless of what happened or how it happened, when bones are not in the position they're supposed to be, or not
yeah,
at
but
all,
here's the thing. You would think that after that, with my imbalance and everything going on,
yeah.
I would be more prone for that to happen to me. And I've had cousins who have broken both arms before, not at the same time, separate times.
Mhm.
And my mother has broken her arm, and I've tumbled, I've fallen, I've gone down steps the wrong way, a whole bunch of things, and I've never broken anything ever since then.
Well,
What's the matter?
I mean, yeah, but I have to say, like the bones that I've broken in my life were all they were avoidable situations at the end of the day.
I can't.
So I can't even call them accidents. I mean, basically, I rolled the dice on stupidity, and stupidity won. But I mean, out of everything I've had, I would say the most annoying thing for healing is stitches. I can handle a cast because once you have a cast on for like a day, you're able to function normally.
Well,
But
that would be kind of awkward for me, considering that it depends where the cast would be, because I'm already partially, with my issues.
well, when I had a cast on my arm, I mean, I was fine for sleeping and stuff. That wasn't the problem. I mean, aside from somebody, it's a dick move is go, hey, doesn't it itch? Well, it's funny. It wasn't until you said that.
I think the closest thing I almost did lose a finger once because I broke not on purpose. I leaned on the sink and it collapsed, and it almost took my finger off.
Oh,
But
That was a sturdy ass sink, boy.
yeah, and I'm like, cool, they grabbed my tie, tied it at the wrist because the pinky, they got the biggest damage of it, and I was in Honduras when this happened, and I went to a quick place for a quick ER, and they stitched it wrong. They stitched it closed, like with my finger bent. So I had to have somebody come pick me up. Somebody flew in and picked me up, took me to the Capitol, and they had to restitch my finger because I couldn't take care of myself because it was on my right hand.
I know when I had pulled my sciatic nerve, and they were giving me a shot where the sciatic nerve is. I remember the nurse coming in, and like an idiot, I look over because she had the gurney and the little cloth over where the needles are kept, and she peels it back, and I look over, and there's a needle about yay long, and I'm like, and she goes, "Oh, you weren't supposed to see that." I said, "Well, that ship has sailed." It's like, "Is that where I think it's going?" She's like, "Yes," and I went, "Oh, okay." And so I turn around and assume the position,
Hey, what do you
and then she's like, Sir, you
Good
you,
job.
you got to
Yeah.
stop you got to stop clenching. I said to him really politely. I said, "You're about to stab me in the ass with that thing, and you're telling me not to clench. I'm sorry, but at this point, it's involuntary. My
Yeah.
brain knows you're about to put a sewing needle, a knitting needle in my thigh, and my body's going. You know what? I'm not good with this.
By the way, quick draw. I am laying down on my couch because I'm recovering. That's why my camera's off.
Yes, he went for the Farrah Fawcett. He got his lips, cheeks, and nose done.
Uh,
Let's get a 360 spin on that sweet gamer chair.
No, I am not doing that.
Yes.
Because despite the fact of how comfortable the chair is, there's some stuff around me that if I was to do that, it's going to be a bloody mess.
yeah.
It's not a very large apartment. But there you go. There's property of Vault Tech. I was telling LBD, I was looking at the company that I bought this from. They sell accessories for your chair, and I was like, what the hell is an accessory for a chair? So it turns out they sell like little pillows for the back here and, a pillow for the lumbar. And I was like, okay, that's reasonable. And you can buy, the piston that allows the chair to move up and down. You can buy replacements for that. And I went, okay, that's cool. And then they have these footrests that are not like made like, very ingenuity. Think of the letter, two pieces of metal bent in the shape of the letter Z at a 35-degree angle, and then a pad on it so you can put your feet on. It doesn't attach to the chair. It's completely separate. It's like a tiny little ottoman. And it costs $600 for that tiny little piece.
You might as well buy the chair because some of the chairs come with that piece already.
Well, well, some of them do, but this one doesn't, right? So if you want to buy it, that's fine. That's cool.
Wow.
And
I don't know, but when would you really lean back and like, unless you're like so tired that you want to just take a nap,
and I would like to think that if someone who bought a chair like this or bought any chair that's over a certain value, you have other pieces in your furniture in your household that are going to allow you to get a better rest that isn't your bed, like for instance the couch,
right?
A love seat.
I don't get that.
Laura, what soda chase did you get?
But she finally got a soda chase. Nice. Congrats, Laura.
Which one?
What soda?
I don't know. And quick draw. Yeah, that's not a computer chair. That is a cry for help, my friend. Honestly, if you were literally like close enough to me, I would say, "Hey, I have a spare kitchen chair. You can have. It's got a butt pad. So I don't think I could. I don't think I'd want to use a lawn chair or a camping chair or whatever you want to call it, just for a computer, because those things are like good for maybe like an hour or two sitting by the campfire, and then afterwards you got to get out. Raphael, nice.
Nice.
You're like the second person I've known that's gotten that chase already. The other thing too I like about this chair is because the arms aren't part of the structure of holding like the back to the base.
Hi, Mama J.
I can actually sit
yellow
like a how do I say this? Like a gentleman. What?
Hi, Tess.
Hey Taz. Hey Mama J.
Hey,
Popalicious.
nostalgia. And hi, Golden. I didn't say hi to you before, darling.
Oh.
And anybody else I missed in the intro.
After this, if anyone wants to help me carry that box that this thing came in down the stairs, that'd be great. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let that sucker roll down the stairs.
I was just gonna say, just throw it down the stairs. I mean,
yeah, it's empty now.
You know what? With my luck, that's gonna be the one time somebody decides to use the back stairwell. They come over the bottom.
Run over by a computer chair box.
You know what? At that point, I wouldn't even bother going down. I just go just really quietly open the other door, sneak back into my apartment, wait for a text from my landlord going, Yeah. Did you drop a box on someone? How do you know it's me? Because your shipping label's still on the side of it.
You know what? Just be ready. Do a little bit of pre-op and just cut that label off.
Yeah.
Actually, what I'm doing with it right now, I have the box open in the middle of the kitchen floor right now. So when I do a bunch of videos later, either tonight or tomorrow, all the empty boxes, I'm just going to toss in there and then toss it outside. That way I don't have 2 trips. Because there's a bunch of empty space, right? So,
Yeah.
Okay, for the record, those stairs, okay, so there are 2 stairwells. There's your classic stairwell where, basically you go up one way and then you go landing and then up the other way. Then we have a stairwell that literally is a straight line down the side of the building outside. So that's like 35 or 40 stairs. There's a tiny little landing and then there's the main drag. No, I'm not doing that. No, quick draw. Like I said, then probably my next video will be, hey, this is Funko Illuminati. Today we're going to be learning how to walk again.
I can help you study for that one.
No. We'll be reenacting some scenes from Big Bill. Wiggle your big toe. Oh. It's funny. I make that joke, but the stairwell that's closest to me, when I lived across the hallway, it sounded like somebody had dropped, like, those big old CRT TV screens, the tube ones?
Yeah.
It sounded like somebody had dropped one of those down the stairs, and I heard... Now, my landlord at the time had a convenience store below here, and I get a message, and she's like,
Stop.
Did you drop something down the stairs? And I went, no, why? And then, like, 2 minutes later, I hear an ambulance pulling up to the building. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I get out of my apartment, I go across the hallway, open the stairs, and there's a paramedic, and one of the guys that used to live here, who moved shortly after that, fell down the stairs and somehow managed to miss 3/4 of the stairs and then catch the last 2 at the bottom.
Oh, that's
And
not pretty.
these stairs are 20 steps.
Yeah, that's not nice. No nice.
Like, he was alive, and last I heard, thank you, Golden. I hope so as well. He was alive, but to this day, I don't, even when I go down those stairs, how does someone manage to miss like 18 steps?
It can happen. It can happen. Trust me.
It could.
Yeah, I've experienced.
All you have to do is
some
miss the first one, right? And then the rolling effects just
No. He didn't roll. He literally, the only way I could describe it is flew, because he only hit the last 3 at the bottom. So in other words, he something happened at the top. Now, keep in mind, English was a language barrier in this person's case. So he literally went from the first 2 steps, from what I heard, and then he somehow miraculously missed all the others.
And, well, if you trip hard enough, or you have enough weight to it, you can end up in the air for a while before you hit down, on the steps. So yeah,
especially if you're trying to maneuver, trying not to fall.
Yeah. I suppose you're right on that. I just know that he did that aerial, landed, and because it was funny, because the landlord's like, because the guy who owns the computer store, that's where that stairwell goes over. He's like, yeah, I just got a message, and him and I both heard something, because they share a wall where the stairwell was. And I was like, no, I didn't hear squat. And knock on wood, I've never fallen down those stairs.
Good, thank God.
I've missed a step and twisted my ankle, but I've never.
I've fallen my fair share of steps, but not, it's only been pretty bad, like twice.
I've only tumbled downstairs once in my life, and I was like a small child. And I think now, with my weight, my age, if I was to do it now, I would. I'd be crippled.
The first time it happened to me, I was a kid, and I landed chest first, so that was not pretty.
No, I did a barrel roll, literally a barrel roll, just.
And I landed in front of the front door, and it was a tile floor.
If and when the world goes back to normal, which I have no dreams of it happening anytime soon, there's one place and you come here, LED, there's one place I want to take you in Toronto. I don't know who designed these stairs. Okay, so most stairs in any commercial building they're rounded, right? They're not perfectly 90 degrees sharp.
Right. Yeah.
You can cut Swiss cheese. There's a subdivision where they're all like that. And I slipped once and I hit that with all my weight. And my friend,
that's where you want to take me. You're evil.
Oh no, I actually avoid those stairs now. I literally will take the elevator because I am so gun shy of those stairs. And I remember hitting it with my knee, and my friend's like coming over. My friend James and he put his hand on my shoulder. He's like, "Are you okay?" And it's like, "Don't touch me, just don't touch me right now." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "I am angry, irrationally angry at these stairs, and I in my brain, I'm a grown man and I'm angry at something that's And we get up, I get up the stairs summertime, and we get to wherever the hell we were going, and then we had lunch, and I was like, I'll be back in a minute. And I went in the bathroom and I checked my knee, and there's like this perfectly black line across my knee where I landed.
You're lucky you didn't like really hurt yourself worse.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was limping. Like we ended up cutting the day short. We were I used to collect books. And I still have a bunch of antique books and stuff, but it's funny now thinking of it. I've never been irrationally angry at something that I had no control over, and something because my first anger was at the stairs, then it was at myself, and then I was angry at the fact that I was angry. I was like, and then I'm later sitting back, contemplating on it, going, is this my default when I'm hurt? Irrational anger?
That's great. I don't remember ever falling down. I'm sitting here listening to you guys. I'm like, have I ever fallen downstairs? I don't remember ever falling downstairs. Even drunk, I've never fallen. Well, I wouldn't remember, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Also, when you're drunk, at least you have that, jello-ness of.
What I do know is that, like, I've learned how to fall. Like, I don't try to stop myself from falling. I try to go into the fall. So I think if it wouldn't be for that, I probably would have hurt myself really badly. Even last week when I fell over the shopping cart, if I would have tried to stop myself from falling, I probably would have killed myself.
Well,
but
3 weeks
being
ago,
that I fell into the fall, like, it's hard to do because you're, when you're falling, the first thing you think is, oh my God, I'm falling, and you get afraid, and it's just that adrenaline rush when you get up. Like, you look all around, like, that embarrassment, like, oh my God, did anybody see me just bust my ass right here, right now?
Well, when I told you guys 3 weeks ago when I slipped in the bathtub, I mean, my finger's still sprained. Like, I can make a fist now. Like, it doesn't hurt as much. But the first thing I thought was, oh God, I'm slipping in the bathtub. I was having a shower and I'm slipping, and I'm thinking, please God, don't let me break anything. Also, let me be able to get out of here. Even if I break something, let me be able
don't let this be how they find me.
Yeah. That's actually my first thought. It's like
naked and wet inside the tub.
And then my next thought was, because I'm sliding, what happened was I was leaning against the wall, letting the water fall on me, and then as I'm slipping down, I realized I looked down and I see the edge of the tub, and I went, oh God, because my weights plus my fingertips are going to bend my hand back. So just before my hands hit, I try to make a fist, because I figured I'd rather have my knuckles, right? I get this hand into a fist, this hand not so lucky, and that's when But then when I got up, I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm standing, so I'm not hurt. But last thing I want to do, like you said, last thing I want is paramedics coming in here and going,
Do you have like a mat so you won't slip, or
I do now. Because when I told my mother, she's like, you don't have a mat in your bathroom? I've been in this place for 10 years. I've never slipped in the bathroom. I've never slipped anywhere in this building. The only place I ever
yeah, but you could always have a bath mat. That's like living alone 101, I guess.
Well, a lot of people don't like them because, let me tell you have to keep up with them because if you don't, you get a lot of mold on the bottom of them. So you have to constantly, at least once a week, you have to tear that bad boy and
Yeah,
Well,
my
Shouldn't
my house.
leave it and stuff because
what I
Well,
do,
here, because Aaliyah, that stuff either gets cleaned consistently or it gets changed consistently.
right. Yeah, no, I also clean it like all the time because and even if you buy the ones that they say anti-mold and all that
Yeah,
bullshit, they still get mold in them. And if you leave them for 2 or 3 weeks, I made that mistake at one point. I just was like, it looks clean. It looks clean. So when I lifted up that bath mat, I almost puked on myself. It was like, oh, what the hell is all that black stuff? And I just took it,
well,
threw it in the garbage, cleaned the
yeah.
tub, and went out and bought a new one.
well, how I clean this tub is obviously, after every shower and stuff, I'll wipe it down. But when I do clean it, I'll fill the tub up with a little bit of hot water, pour some bleach, and because it's the bottom that needs the more cleaning than anything else, I'll let it sit there for a half an hour, and then I'll come in with I have a mop with a scrubber, and I'll literally just scrub
Yeah.
the bottom and scrub the sides.
Yeah, I have a brush and I get down on my knees, and just scrub. There's this spray called Kaboom. It
Yep.
is fantastic. You spray that bad boy all around and you come back a half hour later and it just cleans by itself. It's like
You know what
everything,
I
all
use?
you have to do is like rinse it.
There's a cleaning place on Barton Street here in Hamilton. They sell industrial cleaner, and I buy the stuff that they use to clean up. I guess the nice way of saying it is biomesses.
Okay.
He's talking about criminal scenes basically.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
it's great. Anything that's organic, you spray on it, it'll foam up like a volcano, and then you let it sit there for like 15 minutes, and then you come in with a really good brush or a mop or whatever, and just strips it clean. And I love it. I use it in the bathroom. I use it in the sink, like for the kitchen. And when I had the cat here, I used it around her litter box. Like I'd move the litter box out, and I would clean that area of the floor, and it let me know because you'll see when you're spraying it, it'll let you know where there is organic and not organic.
Wow.
And lately now, because the way the city is, I also use it to clean the front door. I'll spray the handle and stuff and all. I love it. It's a little expensive. I mean, for a 4-liter jug of it is $50, but
It's worth it though.
oh yeah. And the funny part is, I learned it from YouTube because I've been watching LBD knows. I was watching this one cleaning channel, and it was interesting, right? Like they do professional cleaning of hoarders and other things, and I was like, what is that chemical they're using? I wanted to do a crime scene cleanup. There's YouTube.
Oh no,
No.
you don't. No, do not. Because my company got called in one time for a suicide. It was not pretty.
It's I'm not going to get just because that's the kind of conversation I don't want to have, but
Yeah.
there's a YouTube channel where they do professional cleanings of all sorts of types, and that's where I learned about this product because it was like, okay, because like anything like pharmaceuticals, there's the brand name and then there's the chemical name, and once you know the chemical name, you can find it anywhere you want.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. What's wrong now?
And my mother's starting to be a little bit more strict now that she can't just say my name to come deal with her. And so now she's learning that she has to be more strict, which is cool to me because my great grandmother took me everywhere, and I had great experiences with her, but she wasn't afraid to bring out a belt or chocolate or anything else. Okay, and my mom doesn't have that with my kid, and she's learning that she needs to.
I don't know. I never had that. I never had that with my grandmother. My grandmother was a very, very, very strict Scottish woman. Like,
So my mom isn't strict with her. That's the problem. Like you can be as friendly and all that as you want, but you need to have at least some kind of an iron fist when it comes to.
no, my grandmother didn't have an angry face. She had an angry voice. You'll find with most Scottish people, the angry voice and the calm voice, there's a very little distinctive difference. You have to kind of grow up with it to tell the difference. It's like, dude, your grandmother sounds angry, or your father sounds angry. No, they're fine. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Ok.
Oh man, I got something in. I got like a Huckleberry Hound from Gemini that's flocked.
I know that was looking for that one for the longest time. I think she got it already.
It was it came up for pre-order one day, and I just happened to buy it, and it was like all the way at the bottom of that pile, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Pretty cool looking though. It does look nice flocked.
there are a few nice ones that I think did a really good job. Flock Swamp Thing is one of them. The one thing I'm glad that didn't take off as much as people were making that they were trying was the scented ones.
Well, wasn't Mossman flocked and scented?
Yeah, so is Swamp Thing. They did 4 different versions of him: a glow in the dark, a flocked, a scented, and then a regular one.
I don't know what I have over there. I have the Swamp Thing.
And
I want to say it's the scented one. It has like a blue sticker, a round sticker on it.
I fortunately
Let me see.
mine are somewhere that I have no idea where they are right now.
Yeah, it says scented on it.
I actually got 2 bins out of my room before I had to go deal with the situation. Of literally 2 bins just full of stuff that I'm gonna sell, and I'm surprised how much stuff is in there.
Oh, it's ridiculous when you start moving things. It's
Not
madness.
not related to what you just said. I'm getting like all these friggin' okay. So every hot topic in Ontario, I have on Instagram, and I have it so that I can find out when they're posting stuff out, right? And now I'm getting like this. This morning, I was getting, hey, come to Hot Topic, 50% off, 80% off. Buy 5 things, get 2 things for free. And now I'm getting all the same universal thing of, with heavy hearts, we will be closing our doors against temporarily to adhere with the province-wide stay-at-home order. At this time, we are not able to offer curbside pickup. Yet, basically the same rhetoric. And I'm sitting there going, because my one friend who goes there every morning is like, "You gonna go Hot Topic one last time?" I was like, "Dude, it's gonna be," and it was chaos today. People literally were like piling into stores trying to buy stuff that. The reality is they really didn't need or want. They were afraid they were never going to be able to get it again.
That's crazy, I mean, I think that creates more of a problem or situation than just letting people shop, and
Well,
more.
Here's
that's crazy.
Here's the problem that we have right now. We have a province in this country, and if you look at the numbers, you'll know what province it is, that has taken the very lackadaisical approach to this since the beginning. Ontario had the highest numbers for the longest time, and in this particular province, in one weekend, was able to double our numbers. Like
is that one that you really love so much?
Like I said, I'm not going to mention it. Check the numbers. I mean, I'm sure anybody.
I just asked the question. I didn't say you had to say a name. I just said, is it the one you really love?
And then now, and because a lot in my area, we have one of the highest populations over 60, and also one of the highest income spenders in that demographic that are all coming back from Florida.
Oh God.
Yeah. So. Well, I shouldn't say Florida. Coming back from the warmer states, because they're also coming back from Arizona and Texas and every other place in between, and they're coming back in droves. And
dude, Florida, I was just there, so I can tell you right now, unless you're in a park like Disney or something like that, people don't care. Because if you're in a park like Disney and you try to be without a mask and or wear your mask the way you feel like it, you will get them out. Like if you try to wear it under your nose, or you try to not to wear it at all unless you're eating, you will get thrown out.
Well, that's
Not if you
I'm just
not
saying here. That's why
yeah,
they're
yeah.
closing everything down. Is because we have one of the highest populations in a province. We're sandwich, at least with the Maritimes, the province that has the high numbers that I was talking about. That particular province, on the other provinces on the other side of that province, have a waterway blocking them and bridges. So that's why they're not. So literally, we're landlocked to this other province. So that's where a lot of our numbers are coming from. So
It's insane. But people again,
actually,
people are getting the vaccine, and today I read like a bunch of states that are lifting the mandates to wear the mask on April 10th, and it's like really, people are reluctant to wear these masks. So now, if the state lifts the mandate, they're just gonna tell people, "I'm not wearing a mask. It's not necessary or whatever," and it's just gonna make it worse and worse.
well,
And I
Claire,
mean, look what Europe is going through right now. They're in the middle of the fourth wave, and it's bad.
Nightshade. I agree with you to a certain point, but we are having, especially here in Hamilton, a majority of the people that are coming back that happen to live in the more, we'll say, affluential sites in the city, Ancaster, for instance. A lot of them are snowbirds that are. I mean, they're not playing a big part of it, but unfortunately, it doesn't help. I mean, this is one of those situations where every little bad thing adds to the whole. And at the end of the day, some of them are bypassing. Okay, so for instance, I was telling you, Claire, and I told LBD, if I was to go to Florida right now, not that it would happen, but if I was to go to Florida or anywhere in the States and I come back here, I have to stay in a hotel room prior to this thing for 3 days that the government picks while they do a rapid test. Well, a lot of people didn't want to do that because a lot of these hotels are expensive. So a lot of them were cheating the system. And by cheating the system, I mean take a plane to Buffalo, take a cab to the Peace Bridge or any other of the bridges that you can cross to get into Canada, and they were walking across because the rule said if you flew. So you had people bypassing that rule. There were people that were now. This is clearly people that have money and have better things to do. Were renting helicopters rides to go from point A to point B. Now that was here in Hamilton. They got shut down pretty damn quick. I think they only ran for like a week. But I'm just
That's
saying
crazy.
there
Oh,
are
no.
there are people that are bypassing the system. So I mean, I'm not saying that they're playing a big part in it, but any little part plays to the whole. So now it is what it is. The whole province, which I mean, I'm not too worried considering the fact that about 90% of my purchases over the past 6 months have been digital. In fact, I don't think I know for a fact I have not gone out and bought groceries. I've had them delivered. And that's fine. I mean, and I've definitely earned my Amazon Prime this year.
Yeah.
Really, Tats? I noticed that some of the boxes are very, very cheaply made, and they feel like they're paper thin, and then some
Yeah,
boxes are not. I don't know what's going on with that. I
I
think it
think it
maybe
depends.
is wherever it's made. If it's
Yeah, I
Vietnam
was gonna
or
say
China.
that. I
Did
was
you
gonna
notice
say that.
Tats?
It
I'm sorry.
depends. It depends where it's made. Yeah,
Look at the
honestly,
bottom, Tats. Where was one made opposed to the other?
because that I said that when we were what live was it? Oh, it was on your live, Claire, when I opened the Michael Jordan, and I was like, this box feels real flimsy.
Huh.
Yeah, it's the Funko Shop Jordan one.
The only flimsy box that I know right now for Funko Pops was the metallic
The material, the Imperial
Imperial.
set.
Yeah, Hey, I wanted to ask you guys' opinion because this just came up. I'm not mentioning any sellers because this is happening across the board. So a majority of those pops came in hard stacks that were specifically made for that.
I didn't get mine in my heart in a hard stack.
Well, here's the question I was going to ask: do you consider that a form of theft? I mean, if
Yes,
you
of
bought,
course. It's supposed to come with that hard stack. And I wrote to them and told them, where is the hard stack? This was supposed to be, this comes with its own hard stack. How dare you take it off and keep it? It's like, come on, what did they do? They do it over there so they wouldn't have to pay that much weight in shipping, or what
That's what
happened?
I was thinking. I was like, maybe they requested it to be taken off to when they got it reshipped. Because I'm assuming a lot of these people got it shipped somewhere and then reshipped through a company, and maybe they decided it was easier to get it removed.
because I'll be honest with you, I don't mind, because I know a few people got them that way, and I said it was Mitch who pointed out one of the ones that he bought. I said, I don't know about you, but I consider that theft. You bought something that it did not arrive the way that was intended to be put out to the public. So what's going on? Because those boxes, not that I suggest anybody go out and do this.
Well, if you have a damaged box already, you can test it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that goes back to Smitty there because, I mean, we saw that. They're on the verge of being scratch and sniff. The paint job is very lightly done on that. I consider it damaged if plastic wrap is not on it.
Those didn't come with a plastic wrap. They're not
No,
they're
I'm
not
serious.
they're not pop stacks. They're something else. Quick draw. I'm not even looking at the chat, and I can tell it's quick draw.
I immediately put it in a vaulted vinyl protector.
Mm.
It came with a cheap ass flimsy protector. I was like, what the hell?
Okay, so and you're the second person that I've heard that happen to, and I was like, that's ridiculous. I mean,
yeah, but I did write them one of my Clara letters.
Oh, did you get a response? How long ago was
No,
that?
I'm still waiting. Usually, when I write a Clara letter to one of these businesses, that I don't think I don't think they know what the hell to say to me, so they just don't answer.
Well, I don't know. I see at this point, for the amount of money those things are worth, and the potential of what they have for future value, I would definitely call somebody out publicly on it. I mean, that's just my opinion on the subject. I mean, granted, I bought mine through Tough Collectible, and literally, of course, now they found me, and and it came exactly as it was shipped, and he was incredibly open about it. Like literally every step of the way of those things being shipped from China to here, there was always pictures. There was pictures of the day that they were shipped from China to the States, and there was a video of him opening the box, showing us that they were here. So there's always this line of communication, but that's why when I started seeing other people getting there without those hard stacks, I was like, WTF.
Jesus.
I mean, that's ridiculous. And then I saw Smitty's, and that made me sick.
Smitty's made me want to cry.
I don't know how I would handle that. I mean,
I wanted to cry for him, man. That hurt, but apparently he was getting replacement boxes from the same person who helped him get it. So
no, I get that. So at least
he got lucky because that's a good friend.
Yeah, because I could have met, and then, but that's ridiculous. Popalicious. It says here he received a art series Mickey from Mystery Company with no hard stack. I know my mom bought one of those. I don't know if she actually has if it came with the hard stack. I'd have to ask her. But
yeah, see, the mystery box company is different from. See, you bought a mystery box, and that's one thing. We're talking about people who are selling pre-orders Like if you go to a GameStop and pre-order something, they won't take off a hard stack and ship it to you. They'll ship it to you with the hard stack, and that's kind of what their argument is when it comes to why is it missing. When you order from another company, like where it's supposed to be a mystery box or something like that, it's understandable that it doesn't come in it because that either that's how they got it or they decided, oh, we're gonna make all these boxes the same size, so we have to take it out.
I suppose. I just know that, like I said, when I saw Mitch's, I was like, and he got. I don't know what kind of protector you got, Claire, but the one he got was like a cheap one. It wasn't.
It was like the cheapest of the cheapest. It was like so. What did I use it for? I think I threw it away. It was so flimsy that it was like, what is this? It had no. I mean, it was cheaper than the GameStop ones because I like the GameStop ones. I don't know where this one was, but it was
Hey,
really
what the
bad.
pop? How you doing?
And I just said, well, I put it in the vaulted vinyl right away, and luckily it didn't come damaged. Luckily it was well packed and it arrived safely. The box looked like it was okay.
Yeah, I have an
except
idea.
for the fold, the corner fold. It was rounded instead of folded, right?
Yeah.
So I just left it like that. I wasn't gonna mess with it.
Actually, since we got a few more people in here now, what do you guys think? If you bought something overseas, we'll use the Imperial that we're talking about. Bought something overseas that's about, we'll say, $100 value US, and it's supposed to come in its own limited edition hard stack because you can't find these hard stacks anywhere because I've been trying. And then you got it shipped to you in a cheap pop protector. Not even a good one. We're talking. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I saw Mitch's and it looked like a very flimsy.
Do you know where Mitch got it from? Because I got mine from Kraken Collectibles.
That's exactly where he got his.
Okay, so we were both, yeah.
So I'm curious. I wonder if they've received other fan letters.
I know Spastic had those up and people bought them from there. I'm curious to know if those came with the protectors, with the hard stack.
I stand corrected. I don't think it was Kraken. I take that back. I'm gonna have to. I know a few people have bought them from Kraken, but I think his might have been from somebody else. Actually, now that I think about it. So, regardless, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so Spastic's a well-known guy who, for the most part, has done really well with his shipping. And when you pre-order from him, it's it's kind of like ordering from any retailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to know, did he also have the protectors or did he not? Because I don't know anybody who would order from him because he was one of the last people to post those pops, those Imperial metallic. Like I saw him come up like late.
Back in a moment. I'm gonna grab one.
I'm trying to think if I know anybody who picked it up from there. Because
I haven't seen anyone open any of them or say anything about them. So
from Spastic, yeah, because I think that the reason why is because I feel like everybody had already ordered theirs by the time he posted it. For the most, at least everybody who I know had already ordered what they wanted by the time Spastic dropped them. So I don't know. I'm curious now.
Yeah, I am too, because that was pretty sucky, and you're not answering me is even worse.
Okay, so here we are. This is what the pop protector looks like. Sides are rounded. Top is not. And then it's got a embossed symbol on there, which I'm going to use the glare to show it better. It's something in Mandarin, and unfortunately I don't read Mandarin, so I can't tell you what it is. But what makes these special is that the bottom is lipped. So, and it's very deep. So when you stack two of these together, you can literally put it at a 30, 35 to 40 degree angle, and they will stay like Lego. So, and that's how all of them showed. And getting one without damage on it is pretty rare. Like, for instance, this one has a little in the corner, but in the scuffing of the actual sleeve, not the actual pop. But again, if you pay that amount of money for something, you should get it as it was intended.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to make any changes or caveats, you should let people know. Or you're setting yourself up for
because it wasn't cheap. It was like $70 for one pop.
Yeah. Hey, I bought the whole set, so I am more trust me, I am more than aware of what the cost of these are. But I still stand by what I've said earlier: is you need to be honest with people, or at least explain to people how they're arriving.
Yeah.
Like, you could have said, okay, so I'm selling these for XYZ dollars. They are going to be coming in a protector, but the protector will be whatever. And a lot of places do that.
They probably didn't think that some of the collectors would know how they come. I mean, some people think, that, I don't know, that we're like, don't talk to each other, I guess, or, that someone's not going to open up the entire set on YouTube. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Those are those companies that are around for about maybe 6 months, and then you don't see them again.
Yeah, it's true. Pop cure. Oh man,
that is very true.
A lot of these companies, man, they show up and disappear real quick.
Yeah, Quick Draw put up a good point there. I'm gonna flash that up there. Yeah, but Quick Draw. Here's the thing: it's not even flippers. It's places that a lot of us buy on a regular basis, or are familiar, or their names are familiar in the community. If you haven't bought for them, so I'm not trying to rain shit on anybody. I mean, people can run their business and do what they want at the end of the day, or they just change their name. Yeah, that's another one too. And what it boils down to is a lot of people. I don't know. I mean, I think you need to be honest, or you're going to end up with a lot of angry emails and not knowing how to handle it.
Yeah. See, they're lucky I didn't open it on a video, because then I would have, I mean, I could still probably do it. Like, I'm giving them another week. If they don't answer me, I'm going to address it and rant to one of my classic rants about it. And see what they have to say, because it's not fair. It's not fair. Because you know what? I don't trust. I mean, if they ship like that for weight or whatever, that's fine. But then don't turn around and maybe in a month or two put them on your website as, buy these for your Imperial set, and sell the hard stack separate.
Exactly. Well, like I said, I saw that when I saw Mitch's situation, and then when you told me yours, I was like, that's why I want to ask, does anybody here see this as like a form of stealing? Because I kind of do, but I don't like causing that particular type of drama to people.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a small, simple YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Well, guys, I got to jump off because I got to go medicate the dogs. Now,
yeah, I'm gonna.
I have to do it like at the same time. So usually at 8 o'clock I feed her so I can medicate her by 9 o'clock because she's got to eat first.
No, fair enough. I get it. So I'm probably gonna be wrapping this up anyways in another 20 minutes.
All right, guys, take care. Take care, everybody in the chat. LBD, feel better. If you need anything, just let me know. I'm here.
Thank you. Later. Take care of the doggies there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Another episode of the Silver Hair Crusader. Happy hunting. No, I still believe that. I still consider it theft, yeah, or at least being. You see, the problem is I don't want to. Let me explain myself. Reason why I'm on the fence of the whole idea of theft is, let's say I own a small mom and pop's place, right? And I just start getting into Funko selling and collecting. And all of a sudden, this particular opportunity comes across my plate. Now, I sell these, and then people are emailing me back going, well, why isn't mine in a hard stack? And I had no idea that these were supposed to be in a hard stack. At that point, is ignorance considered innocence? Or, ignorance is no excuse?
Yeah, see, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that one.
That's why I said I'm sitting. Yeah, you're right, Popalicious. It's a bad business model. I agree, but that's my problem. I mean, you have a lot of these places that it's like any other place. Everyone's based on their reputation, and at the end of the day, it's what your reputation is. So I have to wonder: did they know this in advance? And if they didn't, and it just showed up, and now it's on their doorstep, and the person who sold it from them overseas is going, "Well, not my problem. It's now your problem. Bye." Because let's be honest, who's gonna hop on a plane and fly, to the Orient just to, smash a few heads? So I wonder if this is a case of ignorance or if this is a legitimate issue. So who knows? I hope Claire does do. If they don't respond, I kind of like to see someone start a fire to see what comes screaming out of the woods. But that's just that's my 2 cents. What do you think, LBD?
Honestly, man, I feel like somebody needs to speak up and say something, because if it's happening to so many people, not everybody has a platform to express their grievances.
True.
And it's one of those things like, what do you do as just a collector? As just a collector, what are your options besides sending an email?
No, you're absolutely right. I could not disagree with you anymore. Well, I think what we're gonna do is, because I know Bearded Pop just came on and people are starting to migrate. So I'm gonna wrap everything up. I want to say thank you for everyone that took the time to come out tonight, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, LBD, as well as thank you for everybody in the chat. I'm glad that we were able to, basically hash this out and have a good conversation. It was nice. Sorry about last week. Just unfortunately, some things did come up, and I just wasn't in the headspace. But
Yeah,
I'm back.
we all have those moments that happens. Can't avoid them.
True, very true. Well, wow, this is funny. 8 o'clock, and I'm getting all these Instagram things going. Hi, so we're closing shop, and we just thought we'd let you know. Oh, Toys R Us just got the Proton 1. I'm about to make a stupid purchase. All right, boys and girls. Pardon? Well, I'm gonna order from Toys R Us if I can, but your voice is starting to go wonky here, so it's probably a good time. But anyways, boys and girls, we're gonna close shop. I want to say thank you for everybody who took the time to come out today. I'll be back next week. I'm gonna be releasing a video this Friday. Just have to figure out what it's going to be. So take care and be good to each other.
Bye now.
Bye.